Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast today. This is our third tournament match we are casting, and it is already live. We have Sad Boys playing against Judgement, and this is a much-awaited match for this week. I've been excited for this one. It should be neck and neck the whole way. Opening hit will be Jockey Boomer Hunter Spitter, and we will see Sad Boys go first as Survivor. As they are going to have Saying go first with shotgun. Not Saying, I got that incorrectly there. But that is S. Saying is the bottom. Healy and Loud is going to be Team Sad Boys. For Judgment, we have Style, Nico, Yuri, and Malu. But I believe Malu is Driz. I might have that incorrect. It's going to be a spit going out. They're going to get a pounce in the spit. Oh, that spit almost spread underneath the stairs, and that would have been devastating to 3 survivors. It turned out to be a little bit of damage. About 4% goes out, plus whatever common slaps go on to Coach out here, which they already are mounting up. Coach loses 4 HP from the boom as well. And this is going to be the first late tank of this tournament match on map 1. This tank is going to be at 84%. So we're going to see our first tank after the event down the elevator in the fire. Now they do have a quad incoming. It's difficult to hit a quad on dead center 1 just to the fact that everything is close quarters. It's going to be quite the challenge to land this, especially with the smoker. Maybe we might see them try for a death pull with the charger, or maybe not. Okay, they're going to go in right now. Here goes the smoker. He gets a pull. Oh, they took me 3. Oh, it was so close. The jockey is unable to land and has got massive amounts of slams going on to Loud. That'll take Loud all the way down to 40 HP, which Pop Pills takes him all the way up to 84. It was actually 34. 50 points for the pill pop. They're going to go now. One door has not been broken for fire, so they'll be able to go down the hallway, skip through the one, round the outside without any worries. The attack is retro, accompanied by the spitter, so there's not going to be much from it. Try to get pulled into the fire, and a beautiful skeet coming out there by F. What a skeet onto Nico. Smoker gets shut down, and that will be an attack down. They hit the button. They'll have to wait here probably 2 additional attacks.
Reloading!
Alright, now waiting for spawns to come up. Actually, it's probably going to be just one more hit. So far, they got Tricap. That last spawn is going to be a Boomer. Tricap with Boom, no spit possibilities. And they're going to go in first and make sure that Charger dies first. The Charger gets melted, the Jockey lands. Boomer comes to the end, gets a Proxy. And they will get Charge Spit for the bottom of the elevator before tank. I think they should be able to make it in this elevator without anything else. There's still 5 more seconds out before the first spawn. Door is open, and they are in.
We should stick together. You cool with that? I'm Rochelle. What's your names?
Ellis. Pleasure to meet you, Rochelle.
People call me Coach. What's your name?
Name's Nick. Don't worry about learning it, because I ain't sticking around long.
Let's stay together.
Alright, they are in the elevator. 72.9% bonus is remaining. No tank has yet been fought. Smoker, Charger, Hunter, and the Spitter. Good set of spawns for the SI team. This tank might spawn immediately upon door open. Maybe no, you know. Should see this board cleared first before they spawn the tank. They'll get the pound spit. Pull forward, gets cleared right away. Charger misses, dies in the fire. Alright, Sad Boys will go into this tank with 70% of their bonus, slightly lower. 69.2 to be exact. They search in the room. They don't find any more pills, so they'll have to pop and sit on the tank commit here for Loud. And the first tank of the the first tank of the game for Team Judgment will be in the hands of Style. Looks like he's already making his way over. Maybe chuck a few rocks, let the bleed happen a little bit before he commits here. Make sure he gets the right set of spawns that he wants.
Might be something we can use.
I didn't even see the Boomer get popped, but the Boomer is done. Alright, he's about to be out of his first pass. He has a tri-cap for his commit. He should let the bleed happen just a little longer. Alright, he makes his way in. He is down to 5k before he gets to the elevator. He's down to 4k. He gets an early punch onto one survivor. He gets a corner in the elevator down to 1600 HP. 1200 supports coming in. Jockey gets M2'd. The charger misses. The hunter lands. I think he's going to get another punch onto Rochelle, and it'll be a pretty basic tank, getting 1 in cap and 2 additional punches.
Thanks, coach.
135 damage comes out of that tank. And that will take the bonus down to 286 remaining. So it goes from about just shy of 70% and down to 32.5%. And they only get 1 more attack. And it is the worst hit in the game you can get. The set of pills they find gives them an extra few points to just put it over 300 again. What a boomer spawn. That was a great spawn by the boomer. Spit delay's going to go in. They pull him into the spit. Or jock him into the spit. Rochelle is not moving. I think Rochelle crashed. Yeah, they were wary of it. And now we wait. I'm pretty sure that might have been a crash, though. Hang tight for a second here until that person returns. Alright, then we got to cancel on the pause. I got baited. Alright, and there we go. Alright, Healy has returned. Luckily, Healy was not jocked into the spinner, would have sat there and lost all of her AP. And they will be able to blitz into the safe room. 291 bonus, I think. Maybe a little bit more damage. Depends if this hunter can find a target. Here comes the charge. Charger misses. And that will be safe room.
Hey, get in here.
And they will make it into the safe room with a 688 chapter score. Bonus is 288 points. Not too shabby. Now we go into second half of map 1, and the ready ups is less than 10 seconds. And that's what we like to see, guys. Ready ups, ready to go.
Oh, he ain't coming back.
Late tank, no early tank for this map again.
Hear about them, but until you see them.
See if Judgement can beat Sad Boys' first chapter score. 688. Uri would take front shotgun at the moment, and also melee. They now know where the Hunter's coming through. Hunter's gonna get shut down. Spit's gonna get nothing.
What the hell?
One. Ellis giving a free Tikka's damage, taking him down to 96 HP. The other 3 remain at 100. Common Slap will bring another survivor under 100 from behind on the Melu. And this jockey is breaking down on the doors, trying to make it more difficult for Team Judgement. They do have a charger. Tri-cap with spit charge. No hunter. They're just going for damage. Oh, that was close to a depth charge. I'm sorry. Pull goes on to Melu, gets cleared relatively quickly. Take Melu down to 72. Yuri at 85. Nico's still holding a solid 100. Styles at 97. Pretty sure Melu is Drift, if I remember correctly.
Look out now! Look out! I'm not a zombie, man. Shoot the zombies.
A little behind the scenes. I know Drift has also not practiced in a while. He said it's his first game in quite some time. Nice skeet going out there. Charger gets melted. Pull gets self-cleared. And that's going to be a very clean take by Judgement. Another attack goes down. Yuri gets the first skeet of the match. Nice skeet going out. We saw a lot of skeets earlier between Eve and Dusty trading back and forth. A total 11 skeets in last match. But right now we'll focus on this one. Spawns are coming up. Jockey's the first one. Shortly after is the Spitter. Hunter is next. And then followed by the Charger. See what kind of damage they can get from this. Hunter's flying in. Jockey does latch. Hunter takes the pull target. Charger's not going to get anything. Maybe a 2-point stumble. And they're going to melt down Yuri's health right there all the way down to 27. And that will take the bonus down to 80.2%. And at the current moment, they are about 10% better than Sad Boys at this moment. But they still have to clear this horde and take one more hit before tank is up.
My friends
So
call
we'll
me
see
Coach.
what happens.
I guess y'all can do the same.
Name's Nick. Don't worry about learning it, because I ain't sticking around long.
All right. Bottom floor. Open the door and start the event. Hunter gets team fire down there. Smoker tries. Boomer just gets a proxy. And there is nothing going to come much out of that one. Actually, Zero actually still has 80.2% bonus. Good take there by Judgement. They're taking this cautiously, making sure all these combos are done before they get the tank up. They know spawns are about to be come up. I think they should push forward and get it. No, they're going to get one more hit. Charger, Brick Walls get the 2 damage double. Spit misses. Smoker misses his target and goes behind the wall. They still do manage to get about 3% off of that hit, though. They'll have one more set of pills if they survive this tank. As it's the first tank of the game for Sad Boys in the hands of Healy. Team member for them of quite a time. Looks like he's going to go in and try to get a rock. The Jock will land. Oh, the rock lands too, and a 2-boom. And there's an in cap. They don't pop the pills. This is going to be disastrous for the SI. As he misses his first punch on Nick, he misses another punch on Nick. He doesn't miss that one, but no one else is shooting the tank. Oh, this is not looking good for Judgement. He gets a punch onto Rochelle. Pops pills down to 2200 HP. Gets the curve onto Rochelle, which is the corner, and that's going to be another in cap. And this looks like it's going to be the beginning of the end for Sad Boys, and that's going to be a wipe going out. I just don't know why Yuri didn't pop the pill. Got in capped early. Misplay by Judgement there when that in cap landed and nobody cleared it fast enough. I think it was a tri-cap. I know you get boomed on, but whether you're boomed on or not, you have to shoot the tank. And especially on a map like Dead Center, you got fire you can hide behind to stop the commons from getting you.
Show you the sights on the way to the mall.
But
Are you
we go into map 2. Judgment's going to be down just shy of, a little bit more actually than 400 points. They're down 406.
Y'all ready?
And from what we saw for the matches earlier, this is anybody's game yet. Our Boomer's pre-spawn. Knows it's not going to get popped up there. Hunter's also pre-spawn. Looks like it wants to get a DP. That's a hard DP to land. You got to get lucky and time it right. Nice boom. That's going to retreat them back into the safe room. We get a Hunter cam. DP cam coming. All right, we'll keep a DP cam up here. Oh, he missed. Oh, it's invisible wall. Charger does land. Hunter gets nothing. And that will be SI pack dealt with. Just the 10 damage from the Charger at probably 4 points from the boom. Booma.
Reloading.
Let's try that door.
Looks like they're going to be able to get inside before they'll get spawns up. Second best attack in the game. If the smoker was a Hunter, I think it'd be the best.
Cut that shit out.
Jockey goes for a target. Charger's going to cover it. Oh, the Charger misses. Leaves Rochelle to go and clear it. Healy dodges the Charger nicely to get the clear on that Jockey. Still got a decent amount of damage, but if that Charger would have covered, that probably would have been Loud, or I didn't see who was actually Jockey there. I think it was Loud. It would have been almost actually, no, it was Z, or SZ. Pull goes back, it's cleared right away, but now the Smoker's going to be chasing Spawn. I think they were trying to delay to not let them outside this building, and they're not going to be able to do it by the time they get there. Nice 2-boom proxy goes out. The Hunter lands. The Smoker was not ready to make a play on it. And the car is not cooperating with Melu. Now he can't make a play on it. It's so unfortunate. But he does have a hatchback in play. First pass, 90% frustration. Waiting for support to come down. He only lost less than 50 HP. Gonna bring that dumpster in. It was pretty close to Nick. Gonna bring his hatchback. And the hatchback is in play. Okay, he's got both hittables in play. We might see a scenic route. Nope, he's gonna just go straight. Thought maybe he would try to go the long way to get that cop car in play. He hits the dumpster over the top, and nothing's gonna land of it. One boom does land. He's going straight in. He leaves Nick. He's separated. Misses the punch on Rochelle. Gets a long arm punch on Rochelle. Punches Rochelle far away. Misses the punch. The Charger misses. The Jockey hits a boom target, but it's cleared right away. The dumpster's flying. Melu's getting nothing. He's down to 2K. He needs to hide between those dumpsters. He's hitting away all his cover. He's trying to get desperate. He gets a punch on the Nick. I think that's going to be... Oh, he almost gets a hit onto Coach, and that is a dead tank. Malu gets 2 hits with his tank. Spreads the love quite evenly, though. Staying at 75. All the other health is under 69. One at 64, 169, one at 57. Hunters pre-spawn up making noise. They go through the underpass. Retro attack accompanied by the spitter. Smoker gets a pull. The Hunter was not ready. Punter does land. Spit was late. And the spitter's gonna die?
Reloading.
Huge misplay here by Team Judgment. They give the spitter up for the stair hit. Spit could have at least delayed this. Now they'll be able to get through this significant choke point without having to worry about a charge spit.
Reloading.
Charger's the first one up. Jockey is now up. They would have had it if the spitter held. But they're going to be able to get through this choke point. They get off the overhang, drop down onto the seat of the van in the street. Jockey's in a pre-spawn. They know where it is. Try cap with boom. No smoke.
Reloading.
Boomer gets popped. And that is probably going to be a sack for a quad now. Pretty sure it's going to be a quad sack. As the Jockey retreats for a despawn, loses a little more than 70 of his HP.
Reloading.
Should get most of it back. Be up about 300, up 304 when he despawns, almost full HP. Alright, here is the quad coming. It's going to be a 2-cap that lands, a rolling tri-cap. So they'll get some damage out of it, but they will survive. 70.3%. A little bit goes down after that. They pop a set of pills down to 67.3. They did find one extra set.
Stock up and keep moving.
Grab some guns. We got shit to shoot.
Now they go to Whitaker's gun shop. I have to hit this button. They have a 2-2 Boomer Spitter Hunter. Well, they are blitzing this map. The spawns are not ready for it. And they take that choke point. They had spawns up and everything, and they just go-go. Sad Boys are very impressive right now.
You are gonna help us.
Team Judgement is well known as well. They've been playing for quite a bit together, just maybe a little rusty. And smart play by Nick. Nick goes over there and does not let the SI go back for a respawn.
Reloading.
All right, they're going to hide the charger. Oh, they get the charger! That was only a jockey hunter and a spitter. Unfortunate for Style, they would not let him run away. He can still get the pound spit. Oh, this hunter's not going to land. Man, it gets skeeted. Jockey does nothing to help it. Not even a jock in the spit. Oh, M2 on the jockey! Oh, that would have been big. If that jockey would have landed on, that would have been a huge 2-2 separation. But what an impressive job by the M2 from whoever Ellis was. Nice, respectable 2-boom. And this is going to be it. The 100 Charger Spitter. Sad Boy sitting at a still very healthy 804 bonus.
Don't shoot that car.
They might slow down here and just clear out these commons. They know a full attack is up. They're just going to blitz in. Oh, no. Oh, what a skeet. The Charger comes from another area code. The Jockey's the only thing that lands. And that will be Sad Boys making safe room with a very respectable bonus. Chapter score of 1,392. There's only 600 distance. They got more bonus than distance. And that's exactly why Zone Mod is amazing and Vanilla Left 4 Dead is crap. Because right now, if the other team makes a safe room, we'd have a 25-point game. And it still baffles me to this day that Valve thought that was a great scoring system and did nothing to change it to this day. Still blows my mind that they've done nothing to change it. But it was then this announced. Charger Smoker Boomer Hunter opening hit. Yeah, 1,400 points. That's the second time we've seen that fig. It did happen earlier today. Which was quite shocking, actually. Fear Factory got 107 points on map 1. And still ended up with 1,600 points after 2 chapters. Very impressive. One boom goes in. They go in. Another ski coming out there. The Charger misses. The pull comes out. Right now, Team Judgement has some pretty good survivor at the moment. They're not helping Melu. Melu is taking a lot of chip from that boom.
Squealing worm right now.
It looked like Nick just took off. Style is gone, but that will probably allow the SI to get another attack before they get inside.
Watch out!
They're gonna go for it. Nope, they're in. There's no play on it. And now they're gonna. Oh, Jockey's coming in. The Charger comes in. Charger misses. The Jockey and Hunter both land. That's a 2-cap in the spit. And that will take Judgement down about an additional 11% off their bonus. They were at 97.0. Now they're at 86.1. And now they're about to spawn the tank. That was huge for Sad Boys. Exactly what they needed to get that bonus down before tank is up.
Bridge to the mall's blocked. We need to find another way.
Right, Hunter's running away. Loses 9 of his HP. Boomer and Smoker. It's retro attack right now. Boomer, no way that was going to land. More or less just a sack.
Taking the machine gun.
As the second tank for Sad Boys in the hands of Saying. And he is getting his poison play. There goes the Smoker pull on Malu. Dumpsters flying in. Car. Another hatchback flying in. It's going to miss. And now they'll be able to pressure the tank. Take Saying it down a couple hundred. He's just going to relocate. Oh, nope, he's going to come back over. Thought maybe he would go up the other way, but they've elected to abort that area. Smoker goes in for a sack, That only leaves a charger and a jockey. He's still first past 20%. Trying to keep a little sight. Charger's going in for a sack too. Dumpster flies in, doesn't find anybody. Hatchback is up. It's not in a bad spot, so he has 2 hittables in a decent spot. Dumpster's okay. The hatchback's in a really good spot. He's trying to make the police car work too. That probably should have popped it over. All right, pops it over. Dumpster and the car together. And the hatchback, they're all going to lay together. He punches all 3. All right, he's going to abandon the hittables. Wait, he goes back towards it. Tries to punch him over. He got the dumpster up front. What a boomer! Comes in, gets a proxy onto 2. He's going to abandon the hittables. He's down to 3,600 HP. He's focusing one of the boom guys. He gets 1 punch onto Nick. Switches to another punch. There's a jock on Melu in the back. There's a double punch going out. There's a pounce onto the 2 green survivors. The hunter is now cleared. He's going to rock hit Rochelle. He hits it. Rochelle is now in cap. There is still a jock going on. He gets a punch onto Coach. Another punch onto Coach. That's a second in cap. And Saying is able to get out while the smoker gets cleared. Rock almost hits Melu, and now Melu and Style are left alone to try to help their friends, which is right next to a tank. It's going to be a free R-Rock. Nothing he can do. He has to eat this. All right, the change. The charger misses. Tank is going to... No, I thought he was going to go in. Boomer spawns above the seat of Van. Gets 1. Melu retreats to the safe room. Another survivor eats a rock. Saying getting some great value off this low health tank. Another rock coming in. Hunter going for a DP. Doesn't get it. Hunter's trying to cover it. Does land. Gets cleared immediately. Another rock lands onto Style, and this is looking devastating towards Judgment's cause. There goes a pull onto Nick. Rock misses. Jock lands. Nick has to get this clear. Able to get the clear. Rock misses. He's got to pick up Nico. Nico is going to die. Melu's got to protect his friend. All right, they get Niku up. Yuri's got to be the next one picked up now. And Saying is dead, but what damage is done? The bonus has been decimated down to 105 points. Not what you want to see if you're rooting for Judgment, but nothing Nick can do but crawl back there with his melee weapon.
I really screwed the...
Hunter coming in for a scratch. Nick's not even paying attention.
Reload.
Boomer gets popped. And that will put Style down for the first time. That'll be the 3rd down. Charger rockets in. The Charger will not make it. Hunter lands. Almost gets an in-tap, but the Spitz can land. Not enough to get the in-cap on Melu. Gonna get up Style.
Thanks, man. I owe you.
Yuri and Niku are off ahead of their friends. They're all going to be slow the remainder of this map. They will find, I believe, 1 set of pills shortly. Nobody's black and white, and Melu has not even been in-capped yet. Jock is trying to make a play, gets M2'd and killed.
Reloading.
Oh, man, I'm hurting.
They come from out the underpass. They are all, they're about to be 1 scratch, 2 of them. The DB is almost gone. 81% remains. 58 bonus. They're all going shotgun now. Here comes the Charger. Charger doesn't get the in-cap. A nice ski coming out there. Nico goes down. Boomer gets a 3 boom. And Melu is 1 HP slow. And unless they down Melu now, they're going to be very slow. And they are not going to. Nico goes black and white, first survivor.
Reloading.
I'm down.
They get the in-cap. Coach gets the M2. There's so many commons chasing them. They're going to have to leave their friend. Oh, no. Coach goes back up.
Hey, I need some help over here. Reloading.
And now Style is 1 HP again.
No need to be
Should be able to get the pickup on Malu.
That one hurt.
Need to get pills, though, for Niku. Niku is about to die. 4 HP bleeding. Boom gets it.
Nasty shit.
Jockey gets an M2 and shuts down. Another in-cap go. No, that's a death onto Nico. So Nico is going to die. They're not able to save him. They find a set of pills from Malu. Malu pops the pills. I don't know why Malu popped the pills. They're not black and white.
Weapons over here.
Style should have got the pills, but Hunter's coming in. Hunter does not get skeeted. It does land and is not even cleared fast. Boomer gets a 1, Boom gets M2'd and killed, and that is another dead survivor. The wheels are falling off here for Judgement.
Reloading!
Here comes maybe to clean up. Nice shutdown on the smoker. The charger misses. Jockey finds a target. And that will be a wipe going out on the Judgement. Only getting a 2-chapter score of 557 to Sad Boys 2,080. And notice one thing that Sad Boys, I believe some members that used to play on GOAT played with Sloppy Wolf. Sloppy Wolf moved off the team. I believe Sawa did as well. So Sawa and Sloppy playing with Rising, and then Loud, Healy, Saying, and S stay together, still making Sad Boys, not calling themselves GOAT, since there is some change in the team members, but they are showing their dominance here, a respectable 2-chapter score of 1,600. All right, map 3 of this tournament match.
Let's go find the evacuation center. I'm already sick of this place.
Cedar's got to be around here somewhere.
And don't worry, Saying,
Let's
I
find
will
this
get that
evac and
name.
Get out of here.
Was that Toodle? I can't even find out what that says right now, but I will get that right for next time. Anybody out there knows what the heck his name is and can type it out without one big word, I would be greatly appreciated, but it's too long for me to copy and paste. Saying tags up his name. Opening hit for Judgement, Charger, Jockey, Spitter, Smoker. I think they need to go for a quad with that tank at 51%. Getting 51% of 700 points will give them an additional 350. So just if they get to tank, they'll be sitting at 2,400. They run back into the safe room. Charger, Smoker, and Jockey pre-spawn. Charger misses. Spinner goes in for a sack. Jockey comes in for a scratch, and then the Smoker dies at the end. So good sack order. They'll get another charge spit. It'll be a 2-2, but not a bad 2-2.
Reloading!
And there they go, up the stairs. I got bad camera work because I had to sneeze.
Down this escalator.
Reload.
Down the escalator. Boomer gets a nice cheeky spawn. Nice. Boom. Charger takes this survivor off. Hunter gets killed immediately. It's actually a really great attack, but really nice clears and shutdown by Sad Boys. Even though a triple boom comes out, everything is cleared very quickly.
Reloading!
Bonus will be taken down to 92.6. Less than 8% after 2 hits. As they come up to the next set of escalators, about to go up around the corner. Coming up on another choke point. Tri-cap with Boom, no charge. Jockey rockets in. The others were not quite ready yet. Hunter wasn't even spawned in, but does manage to find a target and get a little bit of damage. Now they'll get the tank up.
We have guns here.
And this will be the 3rd tank of the game for a Team Judgement in the hands of Yuri. As Sad Boys retreats downstairs under the escalators out into the open area. Boomer tries to get a boom, gets popped, unable to get it. As Yuri drops in, doesn't hesitate. There's a survivor ghosting. It's going to be a lot of free damage. He goes in without full support. He gets 1 punch onto Nick. He is already down to 3,500 HP. Charger spawns up. Charger gets nothing but a stumble. He gets a corner. Another punch onto... No, he misses a punch there. Switches targets. I can't even find him. Missing his punches onto Nick. And that's going to be a dead tank. Yuri going in without full support. Only getting 2 hits with his tank, and that is dealt with. Host tank Sad Boyz is sitting at 80.1% bonus, and they already made it 50% of the way through the map. And it looks like I can say that. Looks like Sad Boyz is almost in cruise control at this point for this tournament match, barring a quad landing here.
Back down the stairs.
I hear a charger.
Charger deleted pretty much. Smoker gets pulled clear. Spit goes on to Nada. And that will be 0 damage on the board. Look at that. Very respectable from the survivors.
All right, weapon.
Even if they find a set of pills, it won't do nothing.
I got a feeling this alarm ain't gonna go on no
Alright, the event is started. Ellis is not wasting any time. Cutting out, go left, close the door on his friends. Very kind of him.
Keep going. Look out.
Charger, Jockey, Hunter, last spawn coming up momentarily is a Smoker. They get quad for this. They've spawned up early. Jockey gets M2'd and killed already. Hunter is spawned up. Jockey is not, Smoker is not even ready yet. Charger misses. Hunter lands. Smoker tries to get a pull down. Is not going to get it. It smokes again. Oh, and they get the clear just in time before Ellis falls down and gets in cap. And Sad Boyz are about to walk through this choke point too. They take this choke. Spitter is the only spawn up. I don't think they slow down. No, they blitz through it. All the commons are behind them. Boomer gets M2'd pop. Spit's gonna go for a delay. Spit's gonna get killed. It's another set. No, it's not. Charger goes in by itself. Goes Fifth City on a Nick in the back for about 2 hits. They do get the they do drop the bonus there with that hit from 1200 down to 1112. Never say 1111 because it's just not possible. Unless there's no, it's just not possible.
Looks like a slaughterhouse.
There is no prime number that adds up to that, so that is not a possible score for the survivors for 1 chapter. Alright, there goes the Smoker pull. Boomer stumbles and frees it. The Jockey lands. The Hunter gets skeeted eventually by S. And a very impressive showing here by Sad Boyz, showing that they are going to go 2-0 in this tournament. And this will be the final SI attack, an opportunity for damage from Judgement. I don't think it's going to amount to much. The Charger can't get a spawn there. Everything's going to come from behind. The Charger is not even going to be able to take 1 step. Smoker gets cleared. Spit goes on to nothing. They get a little bit of damage, though. They'll get that bonus under a K. And Sad Boyz walks in with a 3-chapter score of 3,736. That is a very high score for 3 maps. I agree, put all the hunters in the chat. That's exactly correct. They might get 5K for 3 maps. It might happen. I don't know if...
Let's go find the
There
evacuation
might be a
center.
possibility we
I'm
don't
already
see
sick
Chapter
of this
4.
place.
But it's all going to depend on what Team Judgement can do here. And I guess, as far as skill-wise, I definitely know Team Judgment's been playing together for a while. They switched some of the roster members up. Driz, Gris, Shockwave, Style, a couple of them that play with them. Right now, Sad Boyz showing that they've been playing together longer. Their dominance on SI is very impressive, and their survivor play. If you don't land your 102 pounds, it's dying. Try cap with Spit. No pounce. Right, Smoker got the pull. Wait. Okay, the Charger. That was really goofy looking. That's a lot of damage going on to Style, taking Style down to 67 HP. Melu takes about 3 damage, probably a little FF mixed in with there, and lifts some common slaps in the front and the back. And then Nico and Yuri will hold on to that 100 for at least 1 more attack.
Down that escalator.
Nice 2-boom, no 3-boom. No one was even looking at it, but all the spawns come from above. The Hunter will land. The Charger will land. No slam, but there is a Jock in the front. Not getting cleared. Melu has to be okay. They do get the clear. Good job by the Boom Survivor, still clearing out Nick. Nick has to pop pills, though, because he is taken all the way down to 23 or 24 HP. All right, they make it up. The second set of escalators. The tank is about to come in. The Charger rockets in. It's going to find its way on Nick. The spit's going to land. A slam goes out. The Hunter eventually finds its target. Even though still would say Judgement is doing pretty good clears except for the one on the Jockey and the 3-boom. Their clears are okay. But this is what I mean. This is the difference between when you fight playing a team that has fast clears and a team that just doesn't get capped. They shut down at least 1 or 2 spawns before something lands. And that's how the bonus reflects the scores. As we have the third tank of the game for Sad Boys in the hands of Loud. And it looks right now like Judgment's going to take this all the way back. They will not be able to AI this tank, no matter how far back they go.
Through that gate.
Not dead yet, but not exactly healthy.
Yeah, they're taking it all the way to the safe room area. All right, they'll go down. Charger goes in. Charger melted, pretty much just a sack. They want to get that smoker to help the Jockey and the Hunter. Loud is at 85% frustration. He is in play, though, so no worry about running away. Sacrificing a couple hundred for some rage. All right, this is going to be the commit. Loud is in, 20%. He is down to 5K. He is still going, down to 4,100 now. He gets his first punch at 4,100. He switches target. They're going to take the target. He's separated. Rochelle has to clear it. Can the Jockey intercept? No, the Jockey cannot. They'll get to clear. Now the tank's in quite a conundrum. Missing punches. Gets a punch onto Rochelle. Maybe one more. Ooh, one more maybe. Down to 500. Nope, doesn't get any more. That'll be a dead tank. And they will survive. They will have 738 bonus, but they will have no sets of pills to assist them further.
Heads up.
Oh, they lost 140 points off the pills. 24% of their DB is gone from style. The Charger rockets in. Eventually finds its target. The spitter does land. Smoker gets cleared right away. Hunter comes a little late. Also lands, but cleared immediately. And that's a pretty good example of what I was talking about. That is great clears by Judgement. Very fast. But the damage will still add up if it's fast clears. And that's a good example of it. Even if you have a spitter, fast clears still equals up to about anywhere from 5 to 12% of damage. And with how long this map is, that's just enough that they need.
We got a Charger.
Charger gets melted. Jockey tries to find the target. Gets M2'd and killed. Boomer falls in at the end. Gets a 2-boom. Gets killed. And now they should be able to start walking. Yuri's going to be the only survivor slow. He is Yuri's taken off early.
Weapons over here.
We got to turn off that alarm.
Charger does manage to land. Spit's going to go on it as well. A little late, though. They're going to get the in-cap. Yuri's going to go down. They're going to pick up Yuri, and that'll be Yuri's first in-cap, though, as Malu is taking quite a bit of damage. Still has all temporary green, so it'll be fast. Except for Rochelle's going to be bringing up the rear, which will most likely allow Sad Boys to get a hit at the top of this escalator. Malu looks like he's not going to go over and block those spawns. Letting his friends come up. Alright, they don't have a smoker, so it's fine. Maybe I think we should see the cappers just wait to the room now. Maybe just kill Boom. Boomer gets popped.
Come on, man.
Alright, to come up to the room. The jockey is already inside, jumping around, making noise. 255 HP. Smoker and Charger. No Smoker to help this Charger. It's going to be difficult. They have a wall to cut the tongue. There goes the Smoker. The Spitter goes early. Nice stumble into the spit. Great play there by the Charge. Getting Yuri in cap. And Style goes down too. So that will... Oh, they get an early pull. Melu. And they're going to have to stop the pickup to save Melu. Melu just getting molested by all these commons. Oh my gosh. Look at his HP go down. He was at 30 something all the way down to 15 just from common slaps. Somebody get this man a melee. Alright, free spit goes out. Charger just goes for a fist. No slam though, and the damage is already done. The bonus has been dissolved. They had an okay bonus until they got into this room, all the way down to 123 points. Alright, they come up around the last long hallway before they get out in the open, and one boom does land. The jockey tries to make a play on to Ellis, not able to do it. They get an in cap in the front on Styles. Styles is now black and white. Yuri is 17 HP and bleeding black and white. They do find one set of pills. They pass it to Nico. Melu gets now in cap.
Reloading. Oh, hell. I'm sorry.
Yuri pops pills.
Shooting and running around.
It's nice.
I owe you one.
Michelle.
I don't feel right.
Charger goes. Spit lands as well. Is a very smart Charger, not going for the long hallway. Just make sure he hits the wall to get the damage.
Don't even think of leaving me here.
Boomer stumbles the jockey away. The jockey runs though, still at 135 of his HP.
Should have learned to drive a tank or some shit.
All right, I gotta call Uncle here.
And that will be it. Bonus is now dissolved off of the survivors. They have nothing left. Now it is strictly distance. They are refusing to die. 2 survivors, black and white. Both black and white survivors are 20 HP or higher. Not anymore. Niku and Melu are both low HP.
Reloading.
Yeah, best be finding me a health kit.
Alright, this is going to be a quad try. It'll be hard to clear this quickly. Alright, there goes the Charger landing in the back. One slam goes. They get a slam on the Nico, so no one's going to die. But Melu's going to have to retreat to pick up their friend.
Alright, I'm gonna get you up. But if you don't heal yourself right quick, that's it.
And that is 3 survivors now black and white. And Melu is going to go down black and white. So everybody is now black and white.
Hey, Slaw. I'm not gonna make
The boom lands a 1 boom onto Rochelle. It's going to focus all the comments up top on her. The survivors have decided just to split up. There goes the first death. He makes it into the safe room, closes the door. The jockey's going to try to grab the 2 on the bottom. And that's a rolling 2 cap, and that will be a wipe. And it looks like they are calling the GGs. GG, well played, and that will be Sad Boys getting the W, 7,336 to Judgment's 1,215.